For those that care, it's 2:10. I have a life, so don't yell at me when I'm 10 minutes late, Wayne. Anyway. Anyhow, he's busy too. He's in the shop, he said. Anyway, if you look at the title and everything else, the main thing, there's a couple things I want to go over on the stream before I get to everybody else. All right, let me throw the link out there first for everybody. Hold on. Okay. So, first thing, homeowners that buy box store stuff or buy used stuff don't have a damn clue on how to run power equipment. Okay. And in this case, a snowblower. All right. I fixed a snowblower for a guy, great in town, real super nice, nothing, wonderful customer. But when he took the snowblower yesterday, he had 1.5 feet of thick, wet, heavy snow in his yard, especially on his sidewalk going from his driveway to his front door that he wanted to shovel. Now, it was this thick, heavy, thick, wet snow. We've had it for a week now. So what's he do? He takes the errands. Now, nice errands. I think it was a 85/26. So 8.5 horse, 26 by whatever. He puts it in fifth gear, the highest gear. Now, you're trucking like 18 mile an hour. Fifth gear, puts in the highest gear, puts the yard. Whoa. What are you doing? Oh, plow snow. I go, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Here's Jay. He takes the errands. Now, nice errands. I think it was a 85/26. So 8.5. What are you watching? Jay, you're watching something. Anyway. Oh, wait. Are we all mirrored? Your echo. Are you, Klaus? Are you mirrored? Or are you good?
I am good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, what do you got in writing, Jay? Are you good? Yeah, you're good.
I think I just flipped myself a minute ago, so it should work. So not. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Hey, Brucey. Hey, Bruce. Hopefully all is good down in Puerto Vallarta. Yeah. Oh, there
you're
you go.
Good. Brucey, how you doing, Brucey?
Everyone's saying hello. Hey, Pete. We haven't seen Pete in a while. Hello, Pete. Everyone's saying hi. All right. Anyway, so he goes on there. I'll get to the chat in a minute. So he's like, I go, hold on. I said, is that the way you always snow throw? All right. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no wonder you're smoking belts and doing all stuff like that. I go, hold on. Let me show you. Anyway, let me show you how to run this snowblower. All right. So I said, first gear. Oh, I never use first. Well, use first. Okay. So I put it in first gear. I go into the snow. It's throwing 90 feet. I was throwing great. We're in a good belt tension. I mean, it's great. All of a sudden, it starts to load up a little bit. So I let go of the left lever. Okay. Keep my hand on the auger. Let it free up. Then again, a little bit, let off. A little bit, let off. I mean, it's 1.5 feet of thick, wet snow. He's trying to go through it in fifth gear in one shot. Can't do it. All right. So I said to him, I said, who the hell taught you how to snow blow? Nobody. So anyway, those of you out there, if you haven't run a snowblower before, you're having trouble, or you're wondering why, it's not doing this, it's loading up, I'm smoking belts. Think about it. You're a fan in there, okay? And you got to throw this snow out. If someone keeps packing the crap on so fast the fan can't keep up, it's going to ice up or it's going to pack and it's going to lock up on you. You're going to smoke the belt. It's not going to work. So as you're going, two hands, let it suck the snow, let it blow the snow. If you'll hear the motor start to go, it starts to go, let go of the drive. Let it eat it, let it throw it, and then put the drive back on. With this thick snow, we had 2 feet up to 5 feet in the road. Okay. I was going through it, but I would go a foot, let it go, a foot, let it go, a foot, let it go. You got it. People think these things have 1,000 horsepower and they're going to eat it up. No, you're just going to smoke your belt. So that. The second thing I want to talk about, because I'm doing a little bit of a rant here, the Fiddle Fairies, okay? And if you look at the description for the video for today's stream, why I hate wood screws, okay? I don't hate wood screws, and I don't hate carpenters. But here's the deal. Every one of us here has worked on a Tecumseh Snow King engine, okay? And everybody knows when you take the heater box off a Tecumseh Snow King engine, you've got 4 particular screws. It's the same 4 screws on every Snow King engine. I don't care which one. All right. You start out with 2 Philister head screws. All right. 2 Philister head Phillips screws. They hold on the airbox to the carburetor. 2 little Philister head screws. I think they're 632, 832, whatever they are. Okay. Then on top of the heater box toward the top, It's shaped like an L bend. You have a 5/16 hex-headed screw. Okay. Now this screw is a self-tapper. Okay. Where is it? It is a self-tapper, but it's got 5/16 head, no slots, no nothing. That's the one that goes on every one. That's the one that goes there. In the front of the engine, next to the dipstick, in fact, it holds the dipstick holder as well as the heater box on. You've got another screw like that, but that screw, and you could always tell when it's that screw, that one has a
Torx head.
No, Phillips.
Not this one.
Phillips. Okay.
This one
And
next to me has a Torx head.
that one is a machine screw. It's not a self-tapper because there's a tapped hole in the block for that one. Okay. So I get this machine today. All right. Fiddle Fairies. All right. Now I got the carb here too, and we're going to go over carb in a minute. All right. So I start out and I go, all right, what's holding on the carb heater box? Now, 2 Philister head screws, right? So he has a Philister head screw in one, right? But it's like 3/4 of an inch long. All right. Where the hell did he get that from? The stock ones aren't that long. Okay. In the other Philister head screw slot, what's he got? A 1-inch long Tapcon. Heat metal tap screw. It's a tapped hole. So everyone's got a Milwaukee, tap. All right. In the front, or no, on the top. What's he got in the top? Well, in the top, he's got a 5/16 head, but it's a self-tapping sheet metal screw. Okay? And by the way, they're all stripped. All right. Now, in the front, this is my favorite. And I don't know how he did this. In the front, you're supposed to have a machine screw, 5/16 head with little Phillips in the middle. He's got a 1-inch long self-tapping sheet metal type or wood screw, whatever you want to call it. These are self-tappers, whatever. All right. Yeah. And on those 2 big self-tappers, he's got washers.
Why?
The Fiddle Fairies. Now, I'm a nut when it comes to hardware. I believe in stock hardware, the right hardware. I mean, Klaus can attest, stock is best. All right. So I'll stock the Philister heads. I'll stock this. I'll go to McMaster-Carr one day, spend $12, and get 100 of each. They're $5 a box. Big deal. Okay. We're in the business on the side or in the business. We do it. But guys, it irks my shit when I see wood screws, sheet metal screws, this and that. And then what really kills me is they've ruined the tapped holes.
Right.
Sometimes you could run a tap through them and get them back and restore them. But most times it's just ruined. So anyway, that's my rant for today. Henry, you take it. What's going on, pal?
Not much. I was watching Jay's video and I saw he had the same problem. He had a stripped screw on the top, so he added another one.
Do we want to talk about the Fiddle Fairies and the carburetor? We'll do that later. Yeah. We'll do that later.
And my new tarp came in for the tonneau cover came in for the truck, and I put that on. And of course, it's not the same fit like the first one, but I was able to use parts from the old one to fix the new one. But,
did you order a new frame? Did you order a new frame for the tarp shed?
No. What I'm waiting for is there's a big block of ice in there from the water, from it being down.
You want that to melt first?
Melt. Then I got to put in, some 2x4s to hold it up. See what parts I need, because I do have some parts. Maybe I can replace them with the parts I have or not. But then I want to build a frame, skeleton frame inside.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, but that's about it. I'm waiting for all that to thaw out.
Well, today, right now, what's it there, Hank? Because we hit, I think it's 48.
It's 50 here.
Yeah, 48 here. Yeah. I'm by the water, though, so a little cooler.
I was able to suck out about, I'd say 20 gallons of water from the top so far. But
wow.
There's still a big block of ice.
Sure. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you got to figure it's 17 feet long, 10 feet wide, collapsed, and all that snow that piled up on there is melting.
Yeah.
So it's a big bubble. I don't know if you saw that. It's a big bubble underneath, and the only thing
Yep.
that's holding it up is my John Deere Ryder.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot of water.
It really
If I
was.
had what's his name, Robert, come over, he can help me.
Put a lot of beer packed around that ice to cool it down, Hank.
Put a what?
Put a lot of beer cans around that ice block. Then we can come down and have cold beers.
There you go.
Bruce will be with us shortly.
Always thinking, Wayne. Always thinking. Hey, Wayne,
Yeah.
what happened to the hockey team?
Well, listen, I was going to apologize for our Canadian media the way they are against your U.S. hockey team. I want to congratulate them on the second best game they ever played as a United States hockey team because 81 was their best.
80, I thought. 80, wasn't it?
I think it was 81.
80, the 80
The
Olympics.
Miracle on Ice. That
Yeah,
that
80,
there was a group of guys that never played in the NHL. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they were regular hockey players from the States,
Oh, yeah.
and they beat the Russians when they were on the top of their game.
Yep.
When they just played Canada, either team, they're so equal. Like Canada and the US when it comes to the Olympics now, the teams are so equal because they got NHL players in there, and it was an excellent hockey game. And
Yeah.
the U.S. played great. They deserved to win the gold.
Yeah.
They outplayed. Well, I don't know if they outplayed them, but they outgoalied them.
The last shot was a fluke between the legs. If it was a second later, he would have been down.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I mean?
still a good game, and they
Oh, no,
deserved to
absolutely.
win.
And for that kid to win with the missing teeth, unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, that was good. But the
Yeah, he
one
got
thing I got to say about that, Wayne, shame, and I know I'm not political, I'm not going to be, shame on the damn Democrats for not applauding the team
Yeah,
when they came out at the president's speech.
yeah,
All just
Yeah.
sat down. Everybody else was, it's the freaking Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, shame on them.
For sure, for sure. Well, yeah, you guys did a great job. We did a great job. But, right off the get-go, that first goal, that's really what inspired everybody,
yeah.
Right off the get-go, bang, Yeah.
And I guess from what I hear, I don't know if you've heard it in the U.S., but I guess Wayne Gretzky had asked the people that were heading up the Canadian Olympic team if he could go down before the game started and just give a little speech to the people, to the hockey players.
Yeah.
And he was turned down. They wouldn't let Gretzky go in and talk to him.
Really?
Finished American?
Well, and that's the point. That's exactly why they likely did it, because Wayne Gretzky basically defected from Edmonton, went to L.A. to play with the Kings, and he's a friend of Donald Trump. So what is it, a political movement, too, to say, hey, we don't need you to inspire the team. We got enough inspiration. You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with these people? Like, everybody's so screwed up.
No, it was a good hockey game. It really was. In fact, I felt bad for Sidney Crosby because he's a hell of a goalie, but he's Canadian, even though he plays for Boston.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. I'm sorry,
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, he's still a great goalie, but you play for your country.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's not like
surprised.
that girl that played for China, She
Yeah.
was a pain.
well, the girls won too, right?
Yeah, the girls won a
Yeah.
goal, but I can't believe they didn't go to the
That's
they were
all
invited.
political. I'm not even
Yeah.
going to get into it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, Michael Roberts at curling. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I guess we were doing this little finger poke at this.
Well, the thing was, but here's
It
the
looked
guy.
like it.
You're on national TV, the Olympics, and you're throwing f-bombs.
Yeah.
Really? He's like, go after yourself. It's like, did we just hear that? Oh my god!
Yeah.
And they had him on the camera.
Yeah.
Unreal. But I tell you
Okay,
one thing,
Klaus, your turn.
it put curling on the map, though. Did you see all the pseudo curling videos now? I love the ones where they take a cake pan and a 12-pack, and they mark up the ice with spray paint, and they go down. It's like redneck curling. It's hilarious.
All right, enough, Kenny.
All right, Klaus. What was this 6-hour video on that I haven't seen yet?
Well, you just
Klaus.
have to endure the 6 hours. You'll know.
Is it 6 hours?
I would like to, Jay, but YouTube isn't there yet.
Uh,
Can you guys hear me?
even just subtitles would be
Yeah, I
nice.
hear you.
Yeah, but you can from English, Spanish, from Spanish to English, but from Danish to English, doesn't work.
Hmm.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, there's a little delay at first, but I think you caught up.
Wayne,
Okay.
stop giving us
Well,
the
I've been
middle
working
finger.
on. I've been working on skill tools most of today. I got a batch of warranty returns in from skill, and was trying to see if they could be fixed. And lo and behold, a couple of them could. So that's a little bit of a different thing to work on. It's very different, but it works. Works. Thanks, John.
That's cool.
So yeah, and I got a couple of things in for review. This one is so new; it hasn't got a branded, so it's a bit of it. What are you doing, Robert? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's
Klaus,
a
is
brand
everything
new
you've
thing.
got
So,
available? Is everything available here in the States?
what's that?
Is everything available here in the States, or is it exclusively Europe or your area?
I would imagine it would be available in the US as well. Usually, we get the reduced offers. You guys, we get the reduced offers. So yeah, it's but yeah, it's still a secret. So you'll have to wait. But yeah, it's I've been busy this morning, or most of the day, so pretty good. I got 4 tools in from Skill that they have as returns or as one. I'm telling you that was the skill saw. I plugged the battery in and turned it on, and there was the most hideous smoke coming out of that thing. And that was terrible. So yeah, I've been busy. Yeah.
So Michael's asking about case hardening. Michael, normally to case harden the steel, and you probably know this, Wayne, because of your industry that you're in as well, you have to have enough carbon in it. Okay. Yeah. Like, for example, the most popular case hardened steel is 1060. Okay. Where you got like 6% carbon or whatever it is. You need that carbon. The carbon's what gives you the hardness. And usually you will take what's called a Rockwell hardness tester or a Tucon micro hardness tester. You will take a piece of the steel, polish it down, then you'll start going in. And once the hardness goes to RC, I think it's 45. Once it hits like 45 or 50, the case is done. Because the case is usually 60, 62 for the case. So when you buy case hardened shaft, like for example, bearing shafting is generally case hardened, so it can still flex, but it's hard on the outside, so it takes abuse. You know, what are you trying to harden, Michael? What are you actually trying to do? What do you say
He
it was?
said he made a gasket cutter.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
know what kind of
it all
gasket.
depends on the base material, Mike. What you actually have for base material, and honestly, if you know your base material, what it is, if it's a 1018, you're not really going to get a lot of hard. It's just not enough carbon. You really want like a 1060 or even higher. All right, you need carbon. Some people can carbon pack. You actually pack carbon around it and then heat it, and it'll induce the carbon into it. But you got to have certain temperatures and all that. So it's a pretty extensive process. Hold on,
And it all depends on what he made this gasket cutter out of. If he just used a low carbon steel, he's not going to get a lot of hardness. But he could water quench it, and it'll get a little bit of it.
Yeah, but you need good carbon, though. You need carbon content.
Bruce,
hello there.
What's going on in Puerto Vallarta there?
Hey, Bruce.
We're
hearing all the news about Puerto Vallarta, and we're wondering if you're all right.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you.
Well, that's good.
We sheltered in place for a day or a day and a half, which makes it sound like we're hiding under the table waiting for the roof to fall. But we just hung around the condo.
I mean, how local or how close to you are these events? Are we talking a few miles?
Well, we could see smoke out of the kitchen window.
Oh, wow.
And that's about 15 miles away, 14 miles away.
Wait, hold on. Look at this comment. Are you actually watching the stream?
William, are you even on this planet?
I was
For Christ's sake.
Well, he might have typed that in before Bruce came up.
Yeah, probably.
Hey Jeff.
Anyway, yeah, we saw like with the supposedly the bad guys blocked the highway with burning cars in
Wow.
3 different locations, but we couldn't see the cars, but we could
Wow.
see smoke in the distance.
Is
3
it
different.
cartel stuff?
Pardon me?
Is it cartel stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a drug lord, right? Didn't they get a drug lord or something?
Yeah.
But they were
Wow.
they
The
interviewed.
problem was the problem was they killed him instead of just capturing him.
Oh,
And that set off a lot of
retribution.
that set off the whole thing.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, they were throwing
we're good.
people. Yeah, people were getting like guns pointed at them and stuff
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was eerily quiet for about a day and a half.
Hey, let me ask you though, Bruce, if you want to, okay,
Young he was.
Sorry, missed that.
Actually, I'm surprised how young he was.
Yeah, he's
The
50.
Drug lord.
Yeah.
Brucey, I hear stories about like if you guys want to go into town, do you get like an Uber or something, or or is it like someone?
Yeah, so in the old days, we would take a cab.
Yeah.
Or the bus.
Mhm.
And now there's all kinds of choices. We've got InDrive, Uber, cab, and cabs.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mike Gold talking about the heat for that. There's all kinds of heat you can use. I mean, an oven is the best, but you got to get up to the transition temperature, which is like 1800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, if he's going to quench it, he's got to go to 1550, 1600 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, because they won't transition. The carbon won't enter it if you don't get it. You want to get that austenite and martensite. You want to get everything into the structure so that it'll harden up. And you need transition temperature. So, but I would look online, Mike, just to see what's on there. A lot of different methods. I mean, I've used induction. You can use induction, but the thing is, a lot of times with it though, you got to have the right quench depending on what you're doing. Water quench or oil quench, depending on what you're trying to do. But you want to quench it usually fast for heat treat for hardening.
Yeah, if it's like a 1030 low carbon he used, he's got to water quench it to get anything happening. Oil won't do it. But if it's above 40, 45, if you water quench that, it can crack.
Good.
So now you got to use an oil.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And you want to use an oil that's not going to ignite on you too. Like it's got to be a quenching. You put it in some oil and all of a sudden it starts burning you. Not good.
Yeah.
Huh. So, Kenny, on the Tecumseh, the forward bolt that you were talking about there, you said they usually have a Phillips head on them. The last couple of
no, it's a 5/16 machine screw, okay, like a 632, 832. But on all the Tecumsehs, I've never seen one without the Phillips indent. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying is the last couple I've worked on, they're actually Torx heads. Or is that like a certain era where they did that?
I've never seen a Torx.
No, somebody likely put that in.
Somebody put it on.
Oh.
Somebody likely lost the original and put one that had a Torx in it.
Because these engines, they stopped making them in 08? So
yeah,
I think 2009, right?
8 or 9, yeah.
The last few had overhead valves.
Yeah.
But Wayne, don't some people they harden them instead of oil, they put it in sand?
No, that's for annealing. Slow cooling is for annealing.
That's like if you're welding cast iron, you want it to cool off really slow.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
annealing
there's
is slow cooling.
salt bath
Either
too.
a blanket or sand, yeah.
But I'm just wondering what kind of gasket cutter he's making. Like I bought a nice, or not me, Jake bought a nice set of hole punches for gaskets. I think I don't know where he got them.
Usually, if you go to a leather shop, they'll have
and then I bought that rotating punch too. Jake bought that rotating
I had that for
punch.
my belt, for the belt.
Yeah, that's it, belt punch that you can punch the smaller holes with.
Yeah, I also have
got
the plastic block, the real precise plastic block that you could do shim stock with it.
Yeah,
with precision ground punches, and you can make like perfect holes with those.
Yeah, and then he bought this super great pair of scissors that we just use for gaskets out there. And like we just cut them, mark them, and with a pen or whatever, and cut them by hand and punch the holes before we cut them.
Say hello, Trudy.
Yes.
Oh, she's not saying hello.
Some is are the same.
Hey,
Hi, Trudy.
As what you call it. The
Hello, love.
gaskets.
it's like one. Is it like one of these? Like one of these?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, those are great.
That's that.
Yeah.
That's the belt
Yeah.
punch I use
Yeah.
every time I eat
Yeah.
too much McDonald's or something. Yeah.
I have something similar.
Well, you know
We
what
all-
it is. You buy a
we
belt.
all
It's always those half in between the holes that you need. You know.
Yeah, it's for putting the extensions onto the belt from when we were 25 till when we're
Come here,
70.
Trudy.
What was for lunch, Bruce?
I got the new type.
Oh, I had a beautiful bacon and
I got
tomato
that has
sandwich
little
on
ridges.
Ooh.
a nice balsa bun. Yep.
Hank, what's Hank saying? Time out.
No, I was saying that the buckle have the ridge inside the belt, and they click, 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 click.
I don't know.
What's up with his
Can't
audio?
Hear
Yeah,
Like
so
me?
not hearing at all, Hank. Not all
No,
of it.
Hank, you were really quiet. Now you're just totally gone. Yep, you're
Say
muted.
something. Say something. Hank.
All right, I'll leave.
Wow. That's
It's coming in late.
Now you're delayed.
Oh.
I'll leave.
Oh.
Let me leave.
If you
So
want
Kenny,
pictures, Mike, I'll throw them online. Show everybody. Yeah, the
so
restrict.
Kenny, Jim was telling me about the problems that he's been having with the engine swap over. What would you do in a situation like that where you had like the pulley sizes didn't line up like with the shafts on an engine swap with a snowblower?
Either you make an adapter or you buy an adapter.
Oh,
Like for example, the problem he has is this engine I sold him is
Yep.
a 1-inch crank. He's got a 7/8, and his
Yep.
crank is an inch longer. So
Right.
I have to machine up an adapter for him to go over the 1-inch to use his other pulley. Not a big deal.
oh, now I get it. Okay.
Not
Like a bushing, but you need the keyhole too.
well, it's got to be a step piece. That's all. And then I got to
If you-
I
I
got
was
to
going to say, if you machine it,
and all that.
if you machine it, how do you get the key to work on it? Because wouldn't you just be like cutting a hole basically?
You broach a keyway and then you mill a key.
I've actually cut a keyway with a keyway with an angle grinder on a disc.
Wow.
But in other words, what we have to do for the internal broach is a pain in the ass. So you can even just drill a couple of set screw holes and put the set screw into the existing keyway. Dog point set screws. That way they'll hold in the groove. And remember, whenever you have set screws in a pulley, you always have two of them 90 degrees apart. You always tighten the key first. Then you tighten it 90 degrees to the
Push the
key.
key down. That's right.
Yeah, you always have to push the key down first. And you double set screw so they can't back out.
Gotcha.
Some people Loctite, Loctite, technically, Klaus, you could attest, it's got to be perfectly clean for it to really work properly. So I double set screw.
I use Loctite and everything.
Usually I'll keep all different types of set screws, but then very, very short ones with the spiral point as locking set screws to hold the other ones in. That's it.
And I'm guessing the pulleys, getting the actual pulleys it would fit are probably crazy expensive too.
Well, what he's doing, he needs an extension. That's the issue. If it was just purely stepping down, you couldn't do it. You can step up. You can go from a 3/4 or 7/8 to a 1-inch, buy a sleeve with the keyhole, the key slot already in it. They sell that stuff. Mini bikes use those a lot. But in this case, we're going from a 1-inch shaft that's too short to a 7/8 that's an inch longer. So I'm just going to make an adapter that necks down to it that fits onto the 1-inch shaft and then goes an extra 1-inch at 7/8, so you can put his pulley onto that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That thing was sitting in my truck for a year.
No kidding.
I bought that last month in Watertown. Seriously, and James goes, "Yeah, I remember that thing in the back of your trailer or in truck." I said, "Yeah, it's been sitting there, but it's got an electric car and it has an alternator, so you can power a light or charge a battery."
Yep.
So, hey, what do we have for $75? You know,
seriously, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. So, but it's like feast or famine. When you need the cam and the 2-shaft Tecumsehs, you can never find them. Then the minute you find 2 of them, you don't need them for anything.
Exactly.
So
I've actually cut the second shaft off at times, and I really got a lot of static for that.
yeah, no, I do that. I changed it over the cam and the cover to make it a non-cam version. You could do that. Yeah. It's just a bushing in there. There's nothing crazy about it. Oh, here comes Hank back trying. Let's see.
Yeah.
How about now?
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Kenny, Restream really sucks tonight.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's lag all over.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was watching a video that Hester put out. He was repowering a snowblower in errands from a Tecumseh to a Predator 420. It was actually a pretty cool watch.
Yeah, I put a 420. That's a big one.
I know.
Yeah, I've done a lot of Toro, like the 521s and all those. I put the two.
Was that a John Deere?
You have to eat it in here.
Well, 521 was a Toro.
Okay, sorry.
In fact, one of my customers got a Toro for free, an 826 last week, and
Nice.
he asked me to tune that up. Yeah, nice Tecumseh on that. But I was working on a Tecumseh today. A little quick story. Hank and I were talking earlier. I put here. I'll talk about the carburetor while I got it. So anyway, this carburetor, if you look at it, brand new, right? All nice and new and shiny and all that, right? Well, he was having all kinds of problem with it. First problem was he didn't have the governor in the right hole. All right.
Yeah.
The problem was he didn't have the governor adjusted properly. I had to adjust it about the 16th of an inch turn, on the shaft.
Oh,
So we'll adjust
on the inside, yeah.
Yeah. Third thing, the governor, you have a T5, I think it is, the high-speed adjustment on a Tecumseh Snow King governor. Okay, you have that little torque screw where you screw it in to put a little more spring pressure on the governor resistance to give you higher RPM at your high. They call it high. It's not.
I think it's a T15, if I remember right.
What's that?
I think it's a T15. That little.
No, it's not that big. Not that big. It's
Really?
probably like 5. Yeah, it's small.
Okay.
It's small. But anyway, I have one specifically for it, and I was trying to do it, and it wasn't acting right. Well, the actual spring on that linkage where you have that lever to go up and down, was like oxidized. It was all white and crusty. So I took it all apart, WD-40'd, freed it all up or whatever. Now it's working fine. But then I put the engine on 3600. All of a sudden, after about a minute or so, it's pissing out the vent hole, that mini vent hole we know on the Tecumseh.
Yeah.
I mean, squirting out like crazy. And I'm like, wait a minute. There's a brand new gas cap. Brand new. I just bought it because his was missing the gasket and the little metal shield. It fell off. So that you crank the gas cap down. Without those, it doesn't vent. So, but that'd be a vacuum leak. It would cause it not to draw fuel. This was pissing out fuel, like literally a 3-inch stream. And the only thing that can cause that is if the needle doesn't seat all the way and it fills up with fuel and the gravity will just push it out. Anyway, I put the thing in the service position. I take off the bowl, and the float is supposed to be just under level by a 64th of an inch. It was the other way. So it was too far down. We're not allowing enough fuel.
Not enough level.
I think a piece of dirt or something maybe got in there. So I put it back together. It's running beautiful now. But this one here, I'm looking at it. This thing's like new. So I took it apart. Check out the bowl. Now, this thing isn't that old, he said. He wouldn't tell me who the Fiddle Fairy was. But look at the inside of the bowl. 2 months old.
Oh, wow.
That can't be 2 months old.
2 months old. 2 months old.
Somebody took
If
the
you
new
use
one
old
and put it
gas,
on
it
theirs.
can.
That's it all.
A lot of crud bunnies in. There's a lot of crud bunnies in there.
I find a lot of this Chinesium steel, I don't know what element it is out of the periodic table, but it ain't steel. It ain't iron, it ain't steel. So anyway.
That's why I keep all my old carburetors,
Pig metal.
Yeah. But anyway.
Jake did a video on
I've had brand new Bricks engines.
Yeah. The old
I've had
Tecumseh
brand
gas
new
cap.
Bricks engines with the same issue, 6 months old.
Yeah.
Because people are using old gas.
Mm-hmm.
Now the new Tecumseh gas caps, they've got a little.
They've got that rubber piece. That rubber piece that goes up.
Yeah,
like
instead of that splash cap.
Yeah, but this here, the problem with this one, this piece, the shiny piece, was in the gas tank. I had to fish it out, but he lost the rubber piece.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No good.
Rubber gasket that makes it into a vent.
Yeah, you got to have
You can
that.
use it this way, just screw it down and it won't leak if you're doing it in service position. So I keep these and use them in the service position because it'll snug tight against the top of the tank.
Yeah,
That's smart.
That way you don't have to put a rubber glove on it or
Yeah.
anything.
I usually put a shopping bag on it.
you
Yeah,
know what,
I'm saying-
Kenny? Good idea. I never thought of that. I
Well, without
got
the
one there.
gasket, it seals perfectly flat. I had the actual tank upside down on the cap, sealed. So.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Smart.
another thing I found, which is kind of scary, on this Tecumseh fuel tank, we're all familiar with them. You've got the two 3/8 hex head coarse screws that go in, okay, to hold it. But then you have a nipple on the bottom that's about maybe, I don't know, 5/8 to 3/4 long. There was no barb left on this nipple. The nipple was perfectly smooth. It literally was worn away, perfectly smooth. He had the fuel line jammed in there in such a way that it would stay on. The clamp that was on it, you know, the red or green clamps that you see from Briggs, was
Yeah.
snapped in half. So there was no clamp holding it, but he had it jammed in there in such a way that it couldn't come off. The minute I tried to put new fuel line on it, it went like this. It would just fall off. So I filled the tank with water, cleaned it, filled it with water, took my torch, heated up the nipple, and went poop. I pushed on the end and made like a little barb, you know.
Yeah.
And that way, now with a clamp, it holds it on there nice and tight. But man, if you didn't have that thing so tight, it would have just fallen right off. But the way he had it, it was going 90 degrees off the tank with a pinch point, and then it was going under the starter, another pinch point. So I'm surprised he had fuel flow at all. So I added a Sten's 90-degree shutoff and made a little bit of a loop. So now it's not, and I took a tie wrap and tucked it underneath. But now he's got the fuel shutoff, which he didn't have before, and he's got a nice loop of brand new line. So
There you go.
but you got to watch when you put a hose clamp on, make sure it's barbed. And another thing, Chinesium fuel filters, make sure there's a barb on the end of it. The ones that are straight, I had a customer call me up and say, there's fuel all over my garage. He used a Chinese fuel filter. And on John Deere's, a lot of these L Series John Deere's, they don't give you extra fuel line. So when you try and put a filter on, sometimes you got to stretch it where it comes out from under the dash. And without barbs on there with the hose clamps, it just went like this and separated and drained all his fuel tank all over his garage. Make sure you have barbs on the end.
Johnny Bravo, good engine. Just what do you call it?
Yes, that's a good engine.
Yeah.
Johnny, are you talking about the ones for like a lawnmower or something? The ones with the camshafts that had the bad ACRs?
Yeah, ACR. That's the only
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, and the Intex, don't they? A lot of them have cast iron sleeves.
But the
Yes,
thing
a lot
is,
of them,
guys, but the funny thing is, I never replaced a camshaft on a 12.5 horse. I've done it on 14 horse, 15 horse, 16 horse, 17 horse. Never on a 12.5.
No.
Really? I've done it on 12.5s.
So I don't know if that counts for anything, but I think
Oh.
that when they stretch them in terms of output at same RPM, apparently it's the ACR.
It's harder on them, yeah, you bet.
Pete, you got a copy of that? I'd love to see it.
Have you guys
That's
ever
probably
done
something for
a
Terrell.
camshaft replacement? Have you guys ever done a camshaft replacement on a 12.5 ever?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got one
Okay.
now.
Okay.
I
I've
have
never
one now,
done-
literally in my backyard that needs the camshaft 12.5. It's a Poulon Pro
12.5?
tractor. It's 12.5, yeah.
The
Yeah, but
older
it's-
ones are
It's a
better.
12.5 intake. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard you, Hank.
Yeah.
And where are you
Yeah,
getting the
12.5.
camshaft from?
Yeah.
What's
they are.
that?
Where are you getting the camshaft from? Because they're all
Briggs.
on back order, aren't
Oh,
they?
no, not anymore. No, not anymore. They're $118.
Yeah, they
Oh,
made them
really?
better now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot. Yeah, they're made in USA now. The
I've
one that I got.
I got 3 of them in
Yeah,
stock right down here. I got them in stock.
Realize
and
that's
2 for the oil.
$150 Canadian.
Yep. People buy the $30 Chinese one. It lasts you maybe 6 months.
Some of them last one start.
Yeah,
Right.
true. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, stay
So
away.
speaking of the Fiddle Fairies with these carburetors, the one that came on this machine right here, it's actually the guy claimed his father was a small engine mechanic, and
Right? Don't you love that?
yeah,
Right.
exactly. So there was a million things wrong with this, and it was in a really rough shape. So I ended up putting a new carb on it. However, after the video was done, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to clean it up. And I realized he put a brass float on a
They
machine.
had
that's
brass
not-
floats. They had brass
Right.
floats.
But he did it with the cutout bowl, like for the kind that has the half circle. So
No.
Oh,
The
no,
reason the
they
cutout
don't
is
do that.
there. The cutout is there because you put the divot on the hinge pin side.
Right.
Because that way
Right,
the
usually-
float
I'm
can
saying it's-
lower.
but
They
what I'm
all
saying
have
is,
that shape. They
Too
don't
many
have
guys
to have
talking.
a divot in the float.
Kenny, let Jay finish, will you?
Good.
I'm just saying, with the way this float that they put in here with this bowl, when you put it on like that, the float will not move no matter how you adjust it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Pinches it.
Yeah, so
You
like
can't
it,
put it on that way.
I don't know.
Right.
Everyone I have.
it's non-functional because of that reason.
If you put that lower slide on the hinge pin, it
Yeah.
should.
And
He
it'll
knows
work
that.
fine.
I tried that; it didn't work.
It's got to work.
It has to work.
Yeah.
I've never. Oh, they've always had that.
But
My
what he
orig-
said was, what the guy told me was that the carburetor came with a plastic float on it, and that his father put a different one on it. And I didn't.
But all
Really?
the old Tecumseh brass floats always had that same float bowl.
Yeah,
with
the
with
plastic
knot. Oh,
float is just
I
a
never noticed-
replacement for the brass.
I never noticed that. I'm just saying that it won't move as a result of that. And I did try it in
well,
both
it's
positions.
set too low right now. You got to set it. You're set way too low.
Well, technically, if you look at it, it's actually a little high. If you look at
No,
it,
that's
that's
called
too
low.
high.
That's
It's
called
got
you're
to be
holding it
dropped way
upside down.
down.
right. I'm just saying from this way, it's going
No,
low.
that's too
Shoot me,
low right
Jay.
now. You got to bend it. You're supposed to go a 64th of an inch below level.
Well, I'm just saying
You're
it should
above
be
level. You're above
It
level.
should be-
I put them level.
Love.
right. I'm just saying it should be roughly parallel with the body of the carb.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, the
Yeah.
first thing you want to do, Jay, is make sure that if somebody put a seat in there, I'll bet you they didn't drop the seat all the way to the bottom.
Or
That's
the
I've
hot
got-
air cover on it and it swelled.
He actually had two seats in it, and they were both, and they were all
Oh, that'll
jacked,
seal better.
and they were all jacked up. So I actually pulled both of those out. I put a brand new Tecumseh seat in it, and it still isn't sitting right. So again, I think he said this was not the float that came on it, and that this model came with a plastic one, and that his father replaced the float. So
But that's an LMT clone. It should work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
should work.
It's a
Yeah, 'cause-
Walbro LMT clone. That's the original carburetor that was on.
Like, I even save all of my brass floats that are good.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Me too.
And the way you test the brass float, you put boiling hot water in a jar and you hold the float underneath with a pair of needle nose, and it'll heat up the air in the float. And if there's a pinhole, you'll find the bubbles.
yeah, I did that with the ultrasonic. I held it underneath with pliers, and just to make sure. But yeah, this one, I figured just for the heck of it, I would do it. But yeah, the other odd thing is that it has a brass float along with a plastic emulsion tube. And usually when you see the brass there's the brass inside as well. So I guess it made sense. He's saying that it was
Well,
plastic.
not necessarily. They got the pink and blue and
Yeah,
yellow.
I've seen them all different types, brass, different colors,
Yeah.
plastic.
Oh, I haven't seen a
All of
combination of
the Chinesium have brass floats. All the
Yeah.
Chinesium.
right, the aftermarket's one, yeah. But I'm just saying, if this was an actual, and it looks like it might be an actual Tecumseh.
The only thing that Jay, I'm
The
concerned.
numbers
is
on the flange.
use a little Loctite on.
Usually right here, right?
Use a little Loctite on those two screws that you screw into the choke bracket, because they're
Oh, so loosen up.
notorious.
Yeah, usually they have the purple Loctite that's a bitch to get out when you
Yeah.
take them off.
They're notorious for loosening up and loosening.
Gotcha. Well, I guess this will end up being a parts carb, but yeah.
So, Jay, we stepped all over you. Now you
It's all right.
That's how you learn.
It's all good.
At least he's man enough to stand up to it.
Yeah, it's all good. Besides, Kenny helped me out with this earlier today. The my wiring that I did to make this whole thing work, I thought it failed, but it actually worked. It ended up being, Kenny told me to take like some fine sandpaper and clean up the contacts on that switch in the carb box, and it fixed everything. So
Yeah, because I was going to say they never fail. It's just a piece of wire.
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah, but I couldn't get a good contact with it. But
Polar,
yeah,
You didn't read my comment, huh? Because
Polar
I,
Bear says if it's at the gums, it'll never run right. Polar Bear, little tip. If you
Hey.
make all the adjustments right and make sure it's cleaned, it'll likely run fine.
Hey, Tecumseh Snow King, and I'm a Kohler guy, but the Tecumseh Snow King's probably the best engine ever made.
yeah, it really is.
Oh yeah, the only engine originally that was made for cold weather.
Yeah.
Right.
Like back in the day, you couldn't get one that was made to run when it was cold.
Well, remember on the Snow Kings, right? Especially on the ones that don't have the adjustment, you got the money hole, right? The money hole on the bowl nut
Yeah.
that no one ever checks. You know, you got that mystery vent hole that no one ever can see it. You know, all these little things add up on the Tecumsehs.
yeah.
And even the emissions tubes, the 006 O-rings. Always replace the O-rings on those plastic emission tubes because they rot and turn to jelly and it clogs it up.
I couldn't even get off the top emulsion tube O-ring, the one that always gets stuck up inside the carb. I used the Tecumseh carb tool, and I couldn't even get it out. I had to run it through the ultrasonic for it to finally be able to get out of there.
What the emulsion tube on the non-adjustable carb, Jay?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
well, no, those are the metal ones. Those are
Oh, okay.
the aftermarket ones that have the metal tube. You can usually get those out, but the OEM ones are usually pressed on, and you can't usually get those out.
I've never taken one out when I've cleaned the carbs on the non-adjustables. I just leave them in there, put them in the ultrasonic.
Yeah,
And normally you'll get one that's got a little sputter or a little hunt, and then we'll just take a micro drill and drill out that pilot, just a thousandth of an inch maybe. Try it again, and normally that fixes it.
right.
What was that website, guys? We've all been there. The one outdoor something where it's got the 10 or 12 different types of carb rebuild instructions. What was that? Outdoor something. You guys remember it? They would have all the listing of every type of carb and how you rebuild them and great photos and all.
Power, something.
Outdoor something. What the hell was that website? Yeah, outdoor something.
Me and
I'm gonna
Hank
see
are
if
too
I can
old
try
to
and find
remember that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We're losing our memory a little bit, and hearing. We can't hear either.
Yeah. It goes in here, comes out here,
Yeah.
and we can't even spit it
Oh,
out.
sometimes that's right. Sometimes we get that word set. We're like Kamala.
I know. Oh, wait, these young guys, it'll be their turn.
Oh, they're going to catch up.
I can't hear anything when it's my wife talking.
Ooh.
That's normal for everybody.
Right?
That fine kilohertz range.
Oh, Klaus is busy looking for that site.
Yeah.
Outdoor, I don't remember it.
No.
Is this the
Klaus
guy
is
that had
getting
used to put
annoyed
the
of all
photos
that.
of the carbs up on how they worked, and he had the
And get
No. This had
Not that
instructions with color coded like magic marker marks and things. And I'm trying to think of I gotta find it. It's a really, really great website.
Yeah, lately, Klaus, you've been like a robot. You know.
Oh yeah, he's got a little-
I hate the setup. The restream sucks. You guys are lagging apart, and whenever I say
Hey.
something, I get interrupted because you can't hear me. I don't. It's annoying.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Well, don't let it bother you, Klaus.
Taking
So-
too long to cross the pond.
It's like
Thanks,
It's
Woody.
like a couple of weeks ago on the UFC. I watched the Ultimate Fighting Championship fights, and it's a live stream. And one of the big sponsors of the UFC is Monster Energy drink. And so when a guy wins a fight, they hand him a full can of Monster Energy, and he's supposed to hold it up like to the camera, right? And the guy hands it to him, and They don't cut him off when you can hear him say, I don't want that. I don't drink that shit.
Oh, here we go. I found it, guys. I
Well,
found it.
that guy hasn't got a job anymore. He just lost his job.
What's it called, Ken?
It is outdoor power. Hold on.
Outdoor power. All right.
Yeah, I thought
Outdoor
so.
power.
Outdoorpowerinfo.com. Outdoor power info. It's really good. Any kind of carb you want to rebuild, it's the best. Now I'll call up.
You can just watch my channel.
Now, there's a company over here in Canada called Outdoor Power Equipment,
Yeah.
OPE.
What he'll do is everything will be circled and colored, and he'll tell you
Oh, yeah.
what to do. And it's a great website, outdoorpowerinfo.com.
It's one of those channels where you're being told
That's right.
everything you don't need to know when you just need to clean.
But he'll even tell you, like on the main needle, where the holes are, what to clean,
Yeah, yeah.
You know, all that stuff. Yeah. But on the
Klaus,
LMT,
I run into that. Klaus, I run into that if I try looking up like a cooking recipe.
Okay.
You just want a recipe and you have to like wade through like 8 paragraphs of it was a crisp autumn night. It's like, dude.
Oh, I just seen a video the other day by
Exactly.
Big
Just
John
get
Inc.,
the
and I
damn
thought
thing
Big
clean.
John Clem started doing videos. It was somebody else started Big John Inc.
Yeah. Somebody did, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
I
watched
smell a
it.
lawsuit coming on.
Yeah. I don't think so. He's not registered.
No.
Yeah, Jay,
by the
if you type
way,
in
I am
outdoor
now.
power,
So if anyone decides to call themselves Hobby Motor, bam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
I
going to get the
registered
Danish mafia after him.
I registered Hobby Motor as an LLC. I registered Hobby Motor as an LLC about a week ago.
Yeah.
So,
Eliminator Performance is registered in U.S. and Canada. Now, for any of you guys that do have registered or LLCs or anything, Sten's just sent me an email saying, you know how the price of everything's going up? Lawnmower blades for the month of March, they're reducing them all by 7%.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
How much?
7% reduction in price on all their lawnmower blades for the month of March.
Nice. We
And
still
then
got
because we buy so much from them, we already get a 10% discount. So another 7 on top on blade.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
17% off of the for the sale price. But good company. Like they do stuff like that. Like last year when they had their 55th anniversary, for 55 days they gave us free shipping. So anytime you needed anything, you didn't have to pay shipping. You didn't have to order the minimum quantity. And at that time, it was $285. So now they're holding us at $150 to get free shipping, which is not bad.
I can tell you on non-OEM parts for where I buy between 50 and cent discount from suggested retail.
From who?
Yep.
Yep, from who?
It's I'm actually registered as an Oregon dealer, but I don't advertise and shit. But company that has the Oregon business in Denmark, they are also a company that imports parts on the side. They call them NGP, NGP, non-genuine parts or Nordic parts, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
They're after the market. They import themselves behind them. You get a bad part, they'll replace it. It's quality wise, it's a little bit below Oregon, but I have between 50 and 60% profit from suggested retail on those parts.
Wow.
Yes.
Not bad.
Yep.
I'm
that's
telling you
good.
guys, sometimes if I do a tractor that needs a lot of parts, I make more money on the parts than I do on the hourly rate.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Johnny? The two guys here, Jay and Hank. What's going on here?
Is John talking smack?
Yeah.
That's why I think he's talking about the pink heist.
Ah.
They have always been
Yeah.
troublemakers. We all know that.
uh,
You're sending a certain friend of stuff.
I may have sent him a pink hammer,
Yeah, maybe a wrench or so.
right?
Yeah. We just suggested today he buy a bottle of that what do you call it? Dip stuff, that the chem dip,
Yeah.
Blasted.
plastic dip. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So you
I'll
get
tell
rid
you,
of the pink stuff.
everybody on this channel that's listening right now, John would like some more additions of pink in his shed. So if you can be kind-hearted, send him something
Yes.
pink.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He'd appreciate that. He's not feeling that good, so this will cheer him up.
Right.
Plastic dip. Yeah. Oh jeez. Nah, sending him pink stuff is over and out. You know, that's what the heck is that?
I don't think.
When you go to Outdoor Power Info and you hit repairs, you can start out with lawnmowers and snowblowers. There's carburetor, any type of carburetor you want.
Yeah. Nice.
And, let me see. I don't know if it'll go real time. Hold on. So if I pick Tecumseh,
No, I mean, if you're really new to this, it's a great channel.
can you see the Tecumseh carbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
all the different ones that we see, the brass floats and all that stuff. Well, here, just for the hell of it, let's go to the standard. This one here, which is the standard one on all of our snowblowers. All right. So we'll scroll down. Oh, Jay, what is that? Oh, hold on.
And it's important how you put that needle too.
That needle right there, that loop has to go toward the choke.
Exactly.
Towards the air intake, yes.
If you don't put that loop toward the choke, it will leak.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
No
That's
kidding.
why-
Well, I have it
Here.
backwards.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
you got, and so
Oh,
how
that's a
many don't
two-stroke
have the
carburetor,
spring?
that one.
Yeah, I never saw that spring in
Yep.
there.
Yep, the spring helps it. Well, it's anti-shake, so if
Yeah.
you go over bumps and stuff,
Yeah.
it'll keep pressure on it.
Plus some cavitation.
Yeah, but great website. Look at that. Shows you in detail. Great pictures. See,
Oh, yeah.
blue plastic with a brass float.
Hey,
All right.
That's all right, Jay. We're just schooling you.
I'm not a moron.
hey,
No,
we're
no,
breaking
I'm
your
just saying
bowl.
this.
Hey, we're breaking your bowl.
I've been on this website hundreds of times. It helps you out. Hey, screw chart. I got mine. I used to love that. Anyone that's ever designed a machine or tool and die had one of these screw selector charts.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Not that guy that you just got that snowblower from.
Seriously.
Let's see what else. Anybody want to look at anything else on this one? Any other kind of carburetor?
No.
Well, now that they know where the site is, they can look at it.
Well, even at Briggs and Stratton, when you got the flow jets and all those.
Yeah.
All right. The Walbro LMS that's common on the Intex that fail all the time. There you go,
good
flow
car.
jets. The LMT. flow jets. How about on the twins right here? I hate those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We all have something we hate, eh?
yep, the opposed twin
Those are
carbon
nice.
fuel pump.
No. Those are nice. They suck up so many parts that you charge a heck of a lot of money to fix them.
Oh yeah, just to buy a carb kit for those twin cylinders, they used to be $88. I think they're more than that now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was our cost.
Oh yeah. It's my favorite car. The only thing you want to be real careful of is not flipping the two main
No, here's my
jets
favorite. Model N. Yeah, Carter Model N, my favorite.
between the cylinders because they're different and they're not marked. Other than that, just go to town.
Everybody's favorite, Nikki.
Ew.
Yeah,
Ew.
not a
Hang
fan.
You're not going to find anybody that's a fan of Nikki's.
Well, if it comes
The old Nicky is a new Nicky. Good Nicky is a good
You
Nicky.
make money
a
on
new
him, Cloud.
Nicky.
but
I
all,
still clean them and rebuild them, and I still clean them and rebuild them. I think I only put a new one on once that I couldn't get to seal right, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to put a new one on.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're not cheap.
My problem, the rebuild kit for a Nicky is about half the cost of a new carburetor, and there's still only a 60% chance that it'll come back. So it's a bad
Yeah,
deal.
just
It's a bad deal.
just that
get a new one.
lace-tight
I mean,
gasket.
even brakes. No, I mean, even brakes to Nicky. And sometimes they'll
No,
even
No.
sell you a different brand, like a Rooksing or whatever they call them.
Rooksing.
They run them great.
No,
those
can't
aren't
you-
they OEM for bricks now, Rooksing?
Don't they? Isn't there
Yeah.
a Marlboro replacement for the Nicky that you don't have to use the Nicky
Yeah.
anymore?
yes, there is.
By the
But
way,
just that-
There is a Walbro
just that
replacement, but
gasket.
you do not want to buy. You do not want to buy it from brake. You don't want to buy it from brakes. I don't know if
Right.
there's blood between Walbro and brakes, but you Walbro through brakes, they're gonna charge you an leg.
An arm and a leg.
But just
By
that
the way,
blow gasket
mea
for the
culpa.
Nicky is like almost $15,
I don't know
and
if
that's without shipping for an OEM gasket.
Quarter, no.
by the way, my bad. This is now functioning properly. What it was, when I took out those two seats, when I put the new seat back down, I didn't use the little drop of oil like I normally did. And while it
Didn't
Yep.
get it all the way down, eh?
Yep. So while I used the Tecumseh carburetor tool,
Jay-
and it-
63-4287.
okay,
Yeah.
Klaus.
Yeah,
Figured
Jay,
that
that'll be
was an
$50.
issue.
$50, please.
You know what? In Canada,
Figured that was the
see
issue,
a
Jay,
lot
when I
of-
seen the float up so high. It looked like it wasn't going down.
It was
I
hanging
know,
out.
that's what I'm saying. So that was the problem why it wouldn't work, why the thing wouldn't close. And I did have the cutout on the right side. Just I hadn't noticed those before with the brass ones, only with like the plastic ones like these.
And like another thing, when you're changing them out, one of the things I do is take a Q-tip on the drill, and I've got it out, and I go in there and I clean that inside seat out good to make sure that where the old seat was
Yep.
sitting, that there's not maybe a little ring of corrosion around it that'll stop me from getting the other seat all the way down
It's a
or
smart tip.
damaging
Yeah, I like
it
that.
when I'm trying to push it down.
Yeah, you can
Yep.
use a little toothpaste on the
Yeah.
end of the Q-tip.
On the end of a
Yeah,
Q-tip.
Canadians
yeah,
have seen a lot of Tecumsehs come through.
Well,
I've never heard of that one.
a regular toothpaste has pumice in it. So
Yeah.
Ah. Huh, that's a cool
You're
tip.
learning all our tricks, Jay.
I know. Where have I never heard any of this stuff. That's pretty
Hey,
cool.
you're not old enough.
Well, I use
Hey,
stainless.
I'm not 20. Come on
Jay,
now.
I use stainless steel polish.
I
Really?
use,
wait, which one? Wait, Wyman? Wyman polish?
No,
No, seriously,
ran
it's
into the
stainless
house and
steel
smelled- I
polish.
just-
It not spelled the same way. It only has
I
one
use
end on
tooth.
it.
I
I use
forget-
I go into the
forget
house
which
and I
one
use
it is.
toothpaste polish whatever she's
I
got.
use toothpaste.
Well, I was
Jesus,
polishing up my stainless steel barbecue, so I got a bunch of this stainless steel polish.
Oh, yeah.
So we just use that. You
Yeah.
just got to make sure you clean it out good before you put it all back together.
Well, you can
Yep.
use the brass polish too.
Yeah, brass
Yeah.
polish will work.
That's what I said. I go into the house and I steal Trudy's brass polish.
Well,
Uh-oh.
We all do that, right?
Toothpaste works excellent.
I use
wash
toothpaste.
it.
Yeah, lapping compound will work.
Yeah.
Vim. I've used that Vim. It's like an oven cleaner.
Yeah.
I've used that.
Yeah, lapping compound works too, but you don't want to overdo it with lapping compound.
It's a little rough, yeah. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Yeah, you lap it to death.
Hey,
Yeah,
Wyman,
that's not the stuff we use. Likely can't buy it over
Kenny's got his own
here. Like
brand.
Kenny Wyman.
Wow.
No, but I have another N name. That's the Jewish version, one N on the German.
Well, you got another S on your email. It's the same thing.
That's for savings.
Oh, he's an extra.
Years ago, there was an ad years ago on TV called Dial a Mattress, and they always spelled it with one S. And we're like, we leave off the last S for savings. I'm like, you leave off the savings?
I remember that double S close. When I tried to get a hold of him, I couldn't. And then I think somebody said he's got a double S in there. He might have said that.
Yep. Even his email address yet. He was
Well, there's a
getting
guy
his-
in Missouri who's
No,
Ken
I mean,
Gmail with one S. Yeah.
pull a bit here. He says that you can overpound, and yes, you can. You just don't want to overdo it. I mean, I use lapping compound on that. I use it on wheels on old beat up chainsaw wheel. It works great, but you definitely don't want to overdo it. I use
Wow.
toothpaste.
You are lapping about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I've never used it on anything except for lapping bells. I didn't know you could.
So do you guys. So Reese looks.
Yeah, it does. And someone else told me I wasted my money buying the bead sealer, that I should just use my vulcanizing compound over here. The vulcanizing cement.
Meat seal? What?
No, remember when we were doing the tire thing on the live stream last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought some bead sealer because what you guys said, but
Bead
then
sealer
one of my
works
buddies
great.
is like,
It's usually cheaper.
oh, okay. I have vulcanizing cement, but he told me that,
You know what
Well, I don't
use,
know
Jay?
if I'd want to cement a tire to the rim.
that's what I
Vaseline.
thought.
I
It's
use
like the
Vaseline.
bead sealer is it's going to stay soft and
Bead
it's going to
sealer
set
is
up
just
that
rubber
sealer.
cement. It's just rubber cement.
Yeah.
So is it the same thing as the vulcanizing cement or no?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not. You don't need to heat it like a vulcanize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vulcanize you have to heat. That's what
Use
vulcanize
Vaseline.
is.
Vaseline is good for the rubber too.
Huh.
Yeah. I was really surprised at a video I just watched on YouTube about car tires and like how they put carbon black in, and that's what makes, because latex rubber is
it's
white,
white.
and
Yeah.
how they invented it, and they put
Remember, they used to have
carbon
white
black-
tires back in the
Yeah,
turn
and they
of the
put carbon black in to make. Okay, so here's this video telling me that don't buy these 10 tires. And he goes on to say about all the testing they did to them and what percentage carbon black they had in them. And all of a sudden there was like bead separation, sidewell failure, all of this stuff that was going on with these tires, where the tire companies that are selling them, they don't care because they know it's going to last so long and they're not going to have to pay you anything back. And you know what I'm saying? It's just a money grab. But I started to think about it, and I said, you know what? That these tires, like Jake bought a couple of tires for customers that wanted cheap tires. So Amazon had cheap tires with rims on them that we couldn't even buy a tire here in Canada for the same price. And I guarantee you that these tires are going to wear out in no time because they likely got a lot of carbon black and not a lot of rubber in them.
Yeah. They do. They wear out fast, that rubber.
Like, how can you buy a set of John Deere front and rear tires on rims for less than what I could buy tires for?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you look at them, they look like really good tires. They're like the same ply and everything like that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing beats a Carlisle.
Yeah, Carlisle,
Nothing beats a
Toyo, I think, is
They're
a good
really
tire
good.
from Toyo tires are really great. I don't know what I got on my truck.
Yeah.
I bought them used with rims
No, but I
off
mean,
of a place,
no.
Jake's Buddy Tire Trackers,
No,
and those
I mean,
tires have likely got
I mean,
200,000 kilometers on them.
I mean, for small,
Oh,
for dry rot and stuff, nothing beats a Carlisle. Nothing.
well, anybody out there that's got a snowblower, remember your tires are always going to look like they're holding air, but they're not. They're always low on air. And if you want the sidewalls to stop from cracking, what you got to do when you store it is put some 2x4s underneath the axles or something to hold the weight off of those tires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Jay, he had 50 pounds in his tires.
Yeah, you see
Oh,
the
they
video?
got
I can't believe it. On the right tire, it had 4. It's supposed to have 10 to 15 max. It says right in the side of the tire, do not exceed 15 pounds.
Yeah.
One had 40, the other had 24. I was like, what?
Now, I got to tell you something that not a lot of people know this. You take, do you have like, I don't know what they call it. You know them soft cloth tapes that seamstresses would use?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So lift that thing up, and the tire that had 50 psi in it, if you've got them back down to 20, measure the outside circumference of the one that was over pressurized to the other one that was pressurized to right, and the one that was over pressurized would be stretched out and be a different diameter now.
Oh, yeah.
No kidding.
It'll be bigger.
Huh.
Because
Only
what
for a
was,
while. It'll
Yeah.
come back.
but what was happening with a lot of these lawnmowers, like people were getting uneven cuts on their lawns. And when we check tire pressure, we put the tire pressure to whatever it's supposed to be. If it's 14 or 10, whatever on a riding mower. But what we found was if that tire was over pressurized and we put the right pressure in it, when we went to level out the blades, something was out of whack. Like the blades weren't level. So we started have to adjusting the deck. And we said, something's not right here. We're adjusting the deck. And when I measured the circumference of the tire, it was like 1.5 inches bigger in circumference than the other one was.
Yeah. And that holds true to the left tire front, because you're always doing left-hand turns. You're wearing that tire out faster. So you're actually changing the center of that machine.
Interesting.
What happened to Kenny and Bruce? Bruce was sneaking around with linens. Yeah. And Kenny disappeared. Maybe they got something going over there. I don't know.
Oh, there's Bruce. Got the little one.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy watching your videos, Jay, because you come up with a lot of different problems.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, sir. I know. Seriously, I'm like a trouble magnet. It's like every project I pick up seems to have 10 issues. So
Yeah.
But I thought it was a relatively clever idea, the way that I fixed the wiring there with that broken tab. But then when it only halfway worked at the end, I'm like, well, maybe I'm not that clever. But Kenny said, clean those contacts with the sandpaper, and it did work. It did work. So
That's my before I even heard you say that, I did answer the same thing. Pull the key, clean those contacts. They're not closed.
I wish I had seen your contact or your message before I had messaged Kenny about it earlier in the day. I wish I had seen that earlier. I wouldn't have bothered him.
Yeah. But that's good. I mean, you made the wire harness, which is excellent. You don't have to change it out.
It worked.
Yeah.
I was about to try to buy a new Switch, and you know.
No.
Robert, what do you got on that hat?
It's Carhartt.
Ah,
Carhartt. Wow. You got the money.
quality clothing.
Nah, somebody give me this for my birthday.
Yeah.
But Wayne, the other day when I went to put that right side knuckle on, I'm like, what the fool? I remembered. I think Date did a video where you have to sand off the powder coating on both pieces
For
to
what?
get the actual slide up into
If they got, is that an OEM or an aftermarket?
This is what's the company I ordered them from? It's Kumar Brothers.
Kumar.
Yeah, Kumar.
Kumar don't sound like no Briggs and Stratton to me.
Nah,
It's likely aftermarket, and if they got too much powder coating on, you won't be able to get your bushings over it.
the thing is, these came with the L and the R stamped in them, so I know left side to the right side. 'Cause the first time I replaced the steering knuckles on this one, on that YS-45, I'm like, what the fool? I had to reverse them. I'm like, they weren't stamped.
Okay, so here's the big question: is the R and the left taken when you're facing it, or when you're sitting on the seat?
Well,
Let's get everybody confused, right, Bruce?
now when I'm sitting on the
It's from
seat,
the operating end.
when I'm sitting on the seat, the L's this way.
Should be on your left.
Yeah, I said,
L should be on your left.
It's L for left. Yep, when you're sitting on a seat, that's the side it goes on.
yeah. But my lawnmower guy called me today. He got to go get a cortisone shot. He was going to come today. Yeah. But I said he got to go get a cortisone shot, so it's going to be a while before we can get back on the GT tractor, because the steering wheel replacement on a guard tractor, that's a 2-person job. That is not a single person job. Because
I gotta tell you, based on experience, cortisone shots never ever helped me. Never did.
Oh, they helped for a couple months.
Hey, you see my friend here? He'll never come up here ever, right? Ever. But I got
who's your friend?
The kitty cat.
Virgil right here. Virgil.
Oh.
Virgil.
Yeah, he wants food.
He wants
I
food
see.
to fill the fish
I
and
see.
chips.
Yeah.
Never
Klaus,
come up here ever.
yeah. Klaus logged out because Restream isn't doing him any good.
It's
He
pretty
was
rough.
buffering there, and he was out of sync with his.
Playing video games, so
Yeah, he was-
maybe sucking up the bandwidth. I don't know.
He was off about 5 minutes because he'd come up with an answer that we already answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No.
he-
Well, that was the time lag from Denmark to North America.
Oh, and Wayne, I looked up what needles they use for the cortisone shots. This doctor, she showed an 18 gauge, a 21, and a 25.
Yeah, I know. They got to go right into the muscle, buddy. It's not a fun thing to have.
No.
Yeah, she said, which would the patient rather have, the 18 gauge or the 25 gauge? I'm like,
Ah,
yeah, 20, 18 gauge. Ouch.
Try that.
hey,
There you
who was it online? He sent me the technical service bulletin.
Hang on. What is that, Hank?
That's a marriage you wanna.
Oh, cream?
Oh.
Dewey.
Chewy. Yeah, it don't have THC in it. It don't have
does.
THC.
It
Yeah.
just says
Oh, that's not
THC
the-
on the bottle.
It's got
Sure,
the
it doesn't matter.
CBDs in it or whatever.
CBD or THC.
It's got
You know, it don't have the THC in it, so you're not. Wee, I'm hungry now, baby. Yeah.
Well, I just threw my lower back out right at the tailbone, and I had to go to the. I could hardly walk. I'm telling you, I was dying.
Yeah.
And I got a back brace on, like just a stretchable one. And I went to the chiropractor, and he did get a little click out of it. So right now I'm about 40%.
Robert, it does
But
have
I could sit in this chair okay now. But
It
when I
has
first heard
THC
it,
in it.
Oh, it does. Oh, so
Oh,
when
those
you
guys,
get
you can't
yeah,
drive on them, Hank.
No.
now
Well, you
see,
get pulled over, you're gummied out. You're going to gummy jail.
see when Hank gets through eating them, he's gonna be hungry as all get out. He's like, God damn, I'm hungry. Put food at it. He's gonna
So,
be
Hank,
picking
this is
out.
why you're always snacking on these live streams. You've been
Oh,
doing
yeah.
those gummies.
You get the munchies?
Yeah. Nah. But I
Hank's
said,
always got something there, either those little candies or something.
oh yeah.
Yep.
So let me
Yeah.
ask you gentlemen a question to find out what the consensus is here. On
Back
this
to carburetors.
snowblower, when I pulled the plug to check the gear oil, the OEM calls for a certain gear oil. However, when I pulled the plug, it was half full of actual grease, like the just basic grease instead of gear oil. Would you add gear oil, or would you squirt some grease in?
Did you get that from Pate?
I use double O grease or the Aaron's L3 oil.
Yeah.
But
Well-
if it calls for gear oil and you run into grease, are you adding more grease or are you putting in gear oil on top of the grease?
I
It
put the
doesn't
gear.
matter.
I put the 0-0 grease in if that's what it calls for,
Yeah.
It doesn't
because
hurt.
it'll slop around. It won't get pressed out to the sides and get pushed out.
Exactly.
And now, if you've got one that you can't add a 0-0 to, you know, the ones that got the little side plug on them, the plastic plug that you got to pop off the side, take a can of white lithium grease and bend this, like use a heat gun to bend the spray nozzle 90 degrees. And then that way you can shake up the can and you can spray the white lithium in there. And that's
I got
low temp, and that'll do the job too.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying, if you run into something that's not supposed to be in there, would you just continue on with that, or try to get it out and put the right stuff in?
I probably
No,
would just keep running.
One thing we do here, Jay, is we take a Q-tip and we put the Q-tip in first to check if there's any brass particles in.
Okay.
And then we let the customer know he's already got some damage done. So that way he doesn't blame us.
Gotcha.
Because,
Okay.
anytime I get them, I put it in and I'll put down, like, it appears that it's clear. We can't see any breakdown, but we just did a couple that the guys got little tiny brass particles in there. And I said, I don't know how much longer you're going to get out of it because you can't tell how bad it is. And if you try to get like an endoscope in there, well, it's all covered with grease. You can't really see it too well.
It's true.
Yeah. It's just like, was it? I had an old 1979 or 80 model tool belt tiller, and I had to use a certain oil in the gearbox because it had to be because it had the bronze gear in it. They said to use a certain type of oil because of that bronze gear in there. I'm like, okay, so I'll go to Walmart and find it. It was a super thick.
Now, if you've got a Mantis tiller, a 2-stroke Mantis tiller, that takes a 0 grease. Took us a month or a month and a half to find somebody that could sell us a bottle
Wow.
of 0.
It sure is hard
Yes.
to find.
Yeah, Jake found somebody up in out around Vineland, which is like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes from us. Yeah, and that's the stuff you got to use in the errands is the L3. I wouldn't put anything else in it.
Yeah. You don't want to ruin the brass or the
No,
brass.
I'll tell you what, though, out of all the Aaron's snowblowers, and we don't get a lot of them in, but the ones that we have gotten here, I think it is a dimension. I'm just going by memory. I think it's 3/4 of an inch down from the top is the dimension. Maybe Kenny knows.
What's
There's a
that?
specific dimension when you check the oil in an Aaron's
Well,
gear
usually
box.
if it just starts to weep out,
Yeah.
But from the top, it's supposed to be down a certain amount. And every one we've got has been exactly where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. A lot of them don't have the weep hole.
yeah.
So you just have to stick in
How's it
something
double up?
at least a half inch. Got to have airspace
Yeah.
so it sloshes around in there.
Correct.
But it's still going to slosh if you're not at the top of the housing.
Right.
Sten's doesn't sell the 0-0 grease anymore.
That's
This
right.
stuff there, super whatever.
That used to be a good deal. We used to get 32-ounce bottles and like just a great deal on it. And then all of a sudden they quit. And all of a sudden we're paying like $45 for 32 ounces.
Yeah.
DoorDash is going to grease. What the hell is this DoorDash crap? Yeah, Lubriplate has double O. Wow, that's too expensive for me.
And this stool has been giving me nothing but problems today. I'm just going to stand up at this point.
Let's see.
Jeez.
I was going to say a joke, Jay. The joke
Well,
was going to be, the joke I was going to say, you got hemorrhoids?
I know.
That's not bad. $7.49 for a quart.
We're still looking at the 00 stints.
Oh, wait a minute. What the hell's going on? Hold on. Get rid of that crap.
There we go.
Nah.
You're looking at the one from the States. Yeah,
There
that
you go.
one.
Hey, Robert's got one. He's
Yeah.
got one.
That's it.
Yeah, the Super S.
Yeah, we
Yep.
just got.
Robert, you had that with vodka and tonic, or what's the?
No, I don't. I'm too old to be drinking. I don't have my days of dog sick drunk. Nope. Nah, I found this on eBay. It's for the rear and the snapper.
Yeah, Tractor
Nice.
Supply, $8.
That's it.
That's what I use in my snapper lawnmower in the transmission, the rear transmission.
Yep.
Nice. Just unscrew a little cap. Make sure it's half full. There you go. Bob's your uncle.
Oh.
We're good for another year.
There you
Whoa.
go.
What's that on? Something?
Pete, which one is that on? 2.75. Hey, which one? What model is that one, Pete?
Oh, he could be talking about the Aaron's. Maybe it
Oh.
is 2 3/4 down. That sounds could be right. There's a
Oh,
specific dimension. What you do is you use a zip tie to go down inside or
Yeah.
whatever. Q-tip, put your thumb there to measure the top, pull it out, and then measure. Could be right. It could be 275 down.
I wonder what model that is. I do.
Oh yeah. And was it Snapper? They had their 00 grease, but you paid for it. Then there was Rotary that also had 00 grease.
Yeah.
But it's getting hard to find those 00 grease. I was lucky to find that on eBay.
The
We're
worst.
not gonna run out. I think Jake got 8 quarts,
Oh,
so we got enough.
yeah.
So was it that guy Jim Jackson? He was talking about putting some kind of different lubricant in the rear case on rear and snappers. I'm like, you better check your gaskets too, because if that stuff starts leaking out all over the place, like, hey, yeah.
Mike's got a good point too.
I've
But
used that.
one thing to remember now, when you're putting grease on a bronze gear, it can't be an EP extreme pressure grease because the sulfur in EP grease for extreme pressure will deteriorate bronze.
Right.
Yeah,
Huh.
it'll eat it. It'll eat up the brass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So
thought
people,
it-
extreme pressure.
Yeah.
No, if it's sulfur,
I thought he said that about 10 minutes ago.
yeah.
Are you lagging too?
I might have missed that part.
Yeah.
I watched
So I
the video.
Yeah.
I watched a video last night of a guy that was 40 kilometers in the bush with his son on a snowmobile. They got to head back to the truck, and he went to check out another spot to drill a hole for ice fishing, and he noticed that there was a lot of oil on the engine, and he had blown his head gasket. It's a 4-stroke snowmobile. So he happened to listen. This is unbelievable. He happened to
Hey,
have
wait,
an Allen wrench.
wait. Hold up
Yeah.
1 second. I'm going to end this right now and go on StreamYard. Let's see if it's,
See if it's any better.
I'll send everybody the link. All right.
Yeah, message Klaus.
All right. Give me 2 minutes. I'll email you guys the link. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody out there, we'll be back. Give me a few minutes, but I'm going to go just to see if the streamer makes a